Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special stream. It is Moon Knight finale time. The finale of Moon Knight's here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a show we've been eagerly just anticipating and watching and having fun with and just having a great time with. And yeah, it's time for the new show. Um, I've really been enjoying Moon Knight. I hope you guys have been enjoying it too as we get things going. It's been quite a lot of fun, honestly. So I'm really excited to see this finale with you guys. I'm waiting to see if the last episode has gone live yet. Um, I'm not going to play anything, but just to kind of show you where things are at with Disney Plus right now. It is all Star Wars themed, all May the 4th themed. I mean, you got the May the 4th logo right there. You got the Obi-Wan collection, which Obi-Wan Kenobi being spotlighted. They just uploaded the Disney Gallery on the Book of Boba Fett. Let's see, Mando, Boba, all the movies. I mean, like, it's literally just freaking Star Wars. All Star Wars. All. I mean, yeah. So let's see if it's up. I'm guessing since they updated for May the 4th, they probably should have the new episode up by now. Let's see. No, the episode is not up yet. Okay. It's not up yet, but we will be eagerly waiting until then. So while we wait, we gotta probably wait another 15 minutes because it's probably gonna go right on the dot of 2 a.m. My time at least, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's up, Darkness Under the Wind, Scene So Party? Hello, Darkness. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, like I said, really excited to see this finale. I don't know how they're gonna wrap this show up in just a couple episodes, about 45 minutes. I don't know how they're gonna do that. If it's that short. I guess we'll see if it's that short. I hope it's not just 45 minutes. We'll see. Um, oh wow. Some breaking news here. Not Marvel related, but apparently Dave Chappelle might have been assaulted at a performance. Wow. Holy crap. Yep. This is breaking news as of right now. Dave Chappelle was just assaulted on stage at his Hollywood Bowl show. He was finishing up his performance and a man ran on stage and lunged at him, knocking him to the floor. Security and his entourage then cornered the man as Dave stoked about him getting stomped backstage. And the dude just tackled him to the floor. So yeah, Dave Chappelle was just assaulted at a performance. I mean, holy crap. The guy who did it. Wait, what? RJ, you left in a second. Geek showed up. Now Geek says both accounts logged on in the lobby. We don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll pull this up and just, you know what? It's news. I mean, it's not what I would like to talk about, but it's news we can talk about while we wait for Moon Knight. This is a very serious thing, obviously. Hold on, I'm sharing this with some friends. They're made aware of this because this is a situation blowing up. They have footage of the dude who did it. His arms are dislocated. Like, the security guards messed him up bad. Like, really bad. Um wow. I'm just shocked this even happened. Um but we'll pull this up real quick and we'll take a look at it. Um Sharing this in real quick. Um Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but it is what it is. Um, we'll get back to Moon Knight in a second. This is kind of breaking news in the World Wrestling Chamber. I mean, this comes just off the heels of course, the controversy with Dave Chappelle. A lot of people trying to cancel him and all this and that. Um, this is so yeah. That's the tweet from Sharon Carpenter confirming that he was assaulted on stage at the Hollywood Bowl show. as he was wrapping it up. We have a video here of him being tackled on stage. So let's take a look at that. If I can pull this up. So it kind of cuts out there, but
history.
Yeah, like
history.
I mean, he got tackled like he was like it's the freaking NFL, man. Like, look at this. Like, dude,
history.
That's crazy. And then, of course, we have the video of the guy in the getting escorted into the ambulance. I mean, his hands have been just completely dislocated. I mean, he's really messed up.
Pretty good.
So, yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Yeah, it was a Roman Reigns level spear, right, or a Goldberg level spear. I mean, that's not anything to mess around with. That's for sure. We're still waiting on that last episode, guys, but in the meantime, we're going to go live on Twitch as well. So let's go live on Twitch. Hello, everyone on Twitch. We are live right now, waiting for the Moon Knight episode to drop. For all my folks on the YouTube sphere, let me get you a link to that. So if you would like to watch the episode on Twitch, you can. As we wait for that, get that pulled up. You can watch on. So for every reason you cannot watch the episode here, if you don't want to watch it on your phone or your TV, you want to watch it with me, you can. It'll be over there on the Twitch link. So again, we're just waiting for this episode to drop. Predictions I have, I honestly don't know. I feel like oh, they're saying it is now streaming. Okay. All right, let's refresh the page, guys. We might be watching this one right now. Predictions real quick. My only concern is I don't know how you're gonna wrap up the show and however much time you got. We'll see. Yep. Oh wow, it is less than 45 minutes. It is 44 minutes. The finale is 44 minutes long. That's shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Episode 6, there's no title yet. It's just been uploaded. It says, as Moon Knight joins the fray, Mark, Steven, and Khonshu must work together to stop Amit. It feels like kind of a spoiler. Didn't Steven die in the last episode? Whatever. But that's there. So we will get started in just a moment. Just making sure no one's going to join us at the last minute while we wait for this finale to start. I'll put up a little banner saying watching episode now. People know when they click on this that I'm reacting to the episode. Just checking some things. Yeah, we will be watching the Moon Knight finale in just a moment. And stay afterward, too. Stay afterward, because we will be discussing... Don't blame me, geeks. It's on you. It's all your fault. It's all your fault, geeks. It's all your fault. But, we got some comments on Twitch saying, yes, about time. Whoa, that's weird. Oh, okay, that's Darkness in the Wind. Okay, so I'm going to cue this up. I'm not going to play it yet. This is on Twitch, by the way. We will not be showing this on YouTube because, obviously, I don't want to get my channel or Max's channel taken down because that would be disastrous for all of us. All right. So, yeah, it's 43 minutes and 53 seconds with credits. That is a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Not sure how I feel about that. But all right, guys, I guess we're just gonna do it solo, which is okay, no worries. We will do this solo. Again, if you want to watch the episode with me on Twitch, yes, great day to be an MCU fan. This today, Doctor Strange tomorrow. Thanks for the stream, bro. No problem, Enzo. No problem. Again, if you're on YouTube, you can just listen to my reactions, or if you want to watch the episode along with me, the Twitch link is in the YouTube chat. So without further ado, let's watch this bad boy in 3, 2, 1, go. Disney Plus. Let's turn the captions on. Showing the coffin again. Can we get Jake Lockley in this episode, maybe? Interesting Chong song choice. Love Ethan Hawke in the show, by the way. We're gonna see Ahmet. Oh shit. Yeah, he is really dead. So like, yeah, because they need Layla to free Conchu. So we'll see what she does. Oh shit. God damn. Oh, the hippo. What? So is Layla gonna become her avatar so she can get to Mark? Maybe? Oh shit. They're freaking right in. Are they gonna kill all the avatars? Oh my god. Wait, show me what's going on. So it's the bird one, the bird one, the bird one. Oh, we killed all of them. Oh shit. We killed all the gods. All the avatars. Holy shit. Well, Pierre's on it. She looks great. Oh, the VFX here look great. Hurry up and free him. Oh, No. No. Again, there's the field of grain. So he is going back for Steven. Yes. Hey, Ashley. Why isn't Mark being swept up by the duet, though? Yay, they're back together. Oh shit. Yay, good job, Hippo. Hippo. Yeah, you better hurry and get to him. CGI looks a little rough, but it's okay. Oh, look at that practical suit. Oh shit. That looked amazing. What? Oh shit. Is Layla gonna have to become Ahmed's avatar? Or are they going to kill? No, they're going to kill O'Hara, I guess. I don't know. Oh shit! You dumb hippo. What? Okay. Are we gonna see Layla stood up too? Oh my god, it's halfway over. Are you serious? There's so much going on. What? Oh, well, okay. What? Look at that costume. Okay. What? She gets wings too? Oh shit. Giant gods fighting. Okay, this is kind of cool. What? This is so cool. Oh, please. Mr. Knight's finally fighting. Yes. Dude, this is awesome. Yes. Oh, damn. They gave Layla Wonder Woman wings, and it's way better than Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, her wings are way better than Wonder Woman's. Remember? This is so much better than that. Oh shit. Oh, is Mark gonna die? Wait, what? What the hell just happened? It did the thing again. Oh, it was Jake. It was Jake. Are they doing Jake Lockley? What? What's going on? What? That had to have been Jake. Yeah, that's Jake. The third personality came out. That's Jake. What the heck? I only have like 12. Okay, it's gonna end soon. Did Ethan Hawke just die? What? Kill him. Kill them. Are you telling me? What? Do it yourself. Yeah. In the mental hospital? What? 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 That's where we're ending? There's 8 minutes though. There's got to be a post-credit scene. Okay, there is a post-credit scene. Okay, that's what I figured. I have thoughts. I'm. It's a little. It was a little rushed, but I liked it. All right, there you go. Dun-dun-dun. What? What the heck? What the hell's going on? What is going on? What? It's Jake. Oh shit. What? He is a third personality. That's why. What? The license plate is Spectre. Oh, come on. Wow. Wow. Okay. Holy crap. All right. Okay. We're ending it on YouTube. We're gonna go, or I'm sorry, we're ending it on Twitch. We're gonna do the YouTube post discussion right now. Posting that link in the uh Twitch chat. To everyone watching on Twitch, thank you so much. Please join me for our YouTube post discussion. And yes. Please join us for our YouTube post discussion. That was amazing. That was amazing. Let's talk about it over on YouTube. Okay, bye, Twitch. Yeah, Ashley, we did talk about that. Yeah, this happened just before the episode went live. All right, so we're joined by a special guest here for our. Let's update the banner real quick. Spoilers. All right, let's talk about the episode now. Eddie, are you there? Did you watch the episode? You're muted, by the way.
I did.
Okay. What'd you think, man? What'd you think?
I to be honest, how long was it? Like 45 minutes?
44. It was 30. Well,
44.
actually less. It was about, I think, 42 minutes without credits.
To be honest, it went by like this, man.
It was super quick. Super quick.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. This episode was fucking nuts. It was good. It was good. This episode was good. I'm not. It was good. Oh, so much just visual effects and then the action. I didn't know what to think of, especially the twist in the end that we were waiting for. Oh my gosh, man! I'm surprised. I really am surprised with this finale.
Yeah. Ashley, go watch it right now. Go watch it. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to us. But yeah, this is full on spoilers. Whew. They need to make a season 2. If they don't make a season 2,
Yes, they
I'm
do.
going to be really disappointed. They really got to make a season 2. They really got to make a season 2. If they don't do a season 2, I would be shocked. That was probably one of That was probably one of the best Disney Plus finales they've ever done. I really like that. What's up, Caden?
So what are you guys on now? What's the part?
Oh, we're done. We're done.
Yeah,
I know
done.
you're done, but what part of the conversation are you guys on?
We literally just started.
Yeah, we just started.
Okay.
We just
good.
started.
Okay.
So
'Cause
what'd you think?
I'm so happy with this finale. Like
Honestly, this might be the best Disney Marvel show finale I've seen.
I know, like some people are like, oh, it's gonna be like a CGI fight between Mark and Harrow.
Which it kind of was,
but it wasn't like CGI where it was like Agatha versus Wanda type.
I will be honest.
CGI.
I wish there was one more episode to space it out a little bit because some aspects did feel rushed, but it was like an adrenaline rush. It was a good kind of rush.
I also like that Layla is Terret's avatar, and that suit looks amazing. and like her whole wings and like daggers are really cool.
I said this during the yeah, he has the tux thing too, yeah,
Yeah,
from the comic.
yeah,
But what I
yeah.
loved about it is that Layla in that suit was like way better wings, like golden wings in Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman
I was like
1984.
saying
Was.
she's
I
Way
thought about
better.
it too. I thought
she
about
is
it
the
too.
Wonder Woman that Wonder Woman would never be.
Like
Like,
I was so much better than Wonder Woman 84 using
oh
those
my
wings.
god. I was like, how can Marvel Studios do a better Wonder Woman
Than
than
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah, no, and like I said, I wish there was at least 7 to 8 episodes instead of the 6. They really gotta get out of that 6-episode format. Because if there's one more episode to space things out a little, it would have been better. I would have liked to have seen more Amit.
I would honestly would have liked an episode focused on Layla. Like
Yeah, I would have liked that maybe too. Yeah.
since as we know, she had maybe we'll get more Layla soon, because man, like her character is left with like the biggest question. Like, will she continue being Tourette's avatar? And
Yeah,
also, but at the same time, when she was running with Osiris through the tunnels, I thought she was gonna go to the gods and like smash them all or something and like release them all, because he was saying that we need more avatars. So I thought she's gonna smash them all and release them and let them pick their avatars and then them all to convene back and defeat Amit right there. But I like that it was still between Mark, Steven, and Layla. Um, so um, so yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what they go with Jake. I mean, we all knew Jake was there since episode 1. We knew Jake was there.
it was just weird the choices in terms of like how they were cutting it.
I
Because
like that because
because it was really confused. Like again, there's no real time to explain it. It's just there it is, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Like Harrow was the asylum that Harrow was in real or fake
The one
at the
that
very
was in
end because it's meant to
the
parallel the psychiatric hospital of Mark's mind.
right.
So was that real or was that an illusion?
Okay, so basically what I think, wait, which one? Are you talking about the
At the
one when
very very end, the very
the
end.
one that's with Jake?
Yes.
That's real. So,
So Harrow's dead.
but Harrow's dead, yes. Um, so, well, at least that's what we're hearing to tell us. Our visual preference of Jake holding the gun towards Harrow, and then us seeing the firing of the gun, but not us seeing him dead. But we all know he's dead. But I honestly think that yes. So basically, the one that was like we're receiving like all white one, like where Harrow's like in the white stuff and everything. I honestly think it was an internal inside the brain fight between him and Harrow. It was an actual fight, um, and um, so yeah, it's I um, there's so much, like honestly, like that whole scene of just them in the Egyptian pantheon, the Enhead, um, like I want more of the Egyptian Enhead. Like more like to figure out what gods are still there, and because again we're learning that we're having the next movie after Doctor Strange 2 is Thor Love and Thunder, and the big bad of that is Gore the God Butcher, and he's not just going to come after the Greek pantheon, he's going to go after every single god he can go after. So
Yeah.
that means Roman gods, Egyptian gods, all gods that exist in the MCU.
Yeah, I liked how Jake was he's Spanish, like he's a Spanish James Bond taxi
Yeah, he's
driver.
Hispanic and he's like, or yeah, he's great. I like that he's
No, I doubt that, Anthony. I doubt that.
Oh,
Conchi today's episode would be good.
no. Netflix version of Moon Knight would have been Iron Fist and Daredevil combined with just a guy
Yeah.
in a white suit.
Do you want to see Grace's reaction to the episode?
She's reacting right now.
Yeah, so I was gonna play it. Let's see.
Oh.
Let's see. $10 says, you think she's gonna like it or not like it?
She's saying there gotta be an end credit scene.
Okay.
Cliffhanger.
Let's jump a little further ahead. Is that a dog? Does Grace have a dog?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, I was about to say, like,
I thought
Grace
she
has
had a dog.
I thought she had a dog. I was like, holy crap, Grace has a dog?
I'm like way ahead of you guys. I'm like 3 minutes ahead of you guys on the Grace
I don't
stream.
know, man. We need these powers to go forward.
But you know,
That's right, Eric. Leave it to Gore.
oh my
She
god,
brings
that's
up
why.
Thor.
That's one thing. Also, like because they killed Hero in this.
They
But
did, which I'm sad about because I let Ethan Hawke.
honestly, I like Ethan Hawke, but honestly, Hero's story ended where it
This is
ended.
very much like the
And
comic.
like, although yes, Amit was trapped in him, and they could have like they're like, oh, keep him around, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think killing Hero finishes
All right, Jake.
his story that that need to be finished.
Or is it? Oh.
Can't you a trip? Y'all like the episode? I can tell people I know how to make a scene.
Amazing acting.
That's the best profile picture right there. I want that. Someone send that to me. I want that picture.
Well, doesn't mean that he can sign a different, because the people forget
He's
that
gonna come back. He's gonna come
yeah,
back.
he's coming back, but then people forget that Kevin Feige said that they're no longer doing long-term contracts. They're gonna only do like 1 or 2 picture contracts now. So
What the?
What the?
but yeah, I really liked Tyrant and
Yeah, I
Layla's
was
like
I was
relationship.
not expecting.
Aww.
Again, wow, that was
Guess he doesn't have to do that anymore.
They gotta do season 2 though. I'm gonna flip my lid if they don't do season 2.
Did he ever not go anywhere? Is it over? There's got to be an end credit scene.
Could you imagine it ended right there?
I know.
Didn't he? Oh, there is an end credit. The red sarcophagus. I'm not going to fast forward.
As you fast forward.
Yeah.
This is a great song.
I like how she just goes push.
Shut up, Pickle.
Yeah, I just completely disagree, man. I love this episode. I thought this was probably I think this might be the best Disney Plus Marvel show finale. I really do. Can't you? I said this episode will be good.
Oh my god. I just said the thing that I said to you guys. How did Marvel Studios do a better Wonder Woman than DC? And then people were like, they're like, oh yeah, yep, definitely. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, and also, guys, happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes, happy May the 4th. Well, we
Mhm.
will be discussing that in a moment too tonight as well.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, let's go. Grace's reactions. My
Ah!
so
Wow. It's just like we've waited for so long for this show.
That was
And
great. The whole thing was worth it. The whole show. Spectre. Oh wow.
Yeah, I like that too. Where it was like
oh the limo, yeah, the
SPATR.
limo.
Yeah, the
It
limo
was the
with Spectre.
perfect ending. He was even dressed the right way. It was great. That was just the perfect ending. I couldn't believe it. That was fantastic. I got everything I wanted. That made me very happy. So yeah, there's got to be a season 2. We'll see. I mean, I think they did a good job wrapping it up if there isn't another season. But I think hopefully we'll see the character again. I think people will be very happy to see the character again. But that was a fantastic end credit scene. That it was like so nice to get. I mean, that's why I think at the end of the day, Marvel has a good track record when they do stuff like that, when they give you everything that you want. They just had it was just perfect cherry on top. All right, so I'm going to break it down. I thought it was fantastic, and I'm very, very excited. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching with me. I'm so glad that we had such a good time. It's so nice to see so many of you joined in.
I actually liked it, so that's good.
I like. Oh, I just have like the biggest smile on my face.
Well, some
right now.
people are upset because they don't like that Jake's being turned into like an evil persona, and they don't like that they used a mental health thing as a post-credit scene. That's some of the takes I'm seeing right now on Twitter.
Oh my god. Like, the thing is, like, people.
Well, Pickle say this episode's absolute ass for season finale. Rush plot line, sloppy dialogue, terrible ending, and that shit with Layla was ridiculous. One of the worst things I've seen from Marvel years. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Inhumans. Come on now.
I know. It wasn't bad as Inhumans.
Having the final fight be a blackout was dumb. They should have had us let's see the fight and Mark not know what happened. Still like the episode. You know what? Yeah, that's part of the thing with it being rushed.
What I liked
get
about
that,
it,
but you knew what it meant. You knew right away it meant.
What I liked about because if we got to see the fight, and then we see Steven and Mark ask each other if that wasn't each other, then you already assume, oh, that was Jake. Like, but at that point we already knew it's Jake, but I think you save it for the stinger of the whole show as a big, oh yeah, like I visually can see it now that it's Jake, and look what he's doing, and as Khonshu says, oh, F Mark, F Steven, look at this guy, Jake. He's more loyal than both of them.
Mm.
So,
well, because maybe
if they showed us Jake before, then that stinger would not have been more.
And it made sense to like wait till the very end to kind of be like, okay,
yeah.
Like I said, it feels like a season 2 setup. It really does. I mean, I thought the action was really good. I love seeing Mr. Knight finally kick ass. I mean, that was great.
Oh yeah,
Layla, the Geeks and Gamers crowd's gonna hate this episode though.
Oh
my god,
that was the thing.
The woman has to help Moon Knight defeat the bad guy.
There was one moment like when she came in with the suit, and because the first time we see her suit, I'm like, oh my god, this looks beautiful. This looks amazing.
Yeah, and
yes.
like, oh my god.
And then
Layla
the second scene,
Diana.
I'm like, oh.
Right, the moment she saved that group of women on the bus, and she's like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" I was like, "Yes, I am." I'm like, "Oh god, they're gonna hate this."
Oh, before that moment, I had the
aha. Oh wow, hold up. William's here. William, what's up, man?
What's up, William?
What'd you think, man? Did you watch the Moon Knight finale?
He doesn't know where he is.
Oh, he can't hear us. Eddie, wave at him. Do sign language.
I would have stuck my middle fingers out and did that.
But yeah, like before that scene, I was like, oh snap! There's people on the internet called geeks and gamers and nerdrotic and quartering who will call this the MCU after this moment.
Probably will.
Probably already
Hold on.
did. Probably already tweeted it out or something.
Hold on.
Finished watching it because I just got done and I saw you were on.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I had my microphone from the other setup, but
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, we just said hello and welcome to the show. So, what'd you think of the episode?
I like this episode. I really like the ending.
The ending,
Yeah.
the end, that
Ending
end credit
finish?
scene was perfect. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
This episode was not as good as the last episode. The last episode was probably one of the best things that these TV shows that Marvel has put out. That single episode was probably the dialogue in that episode, even though it wasn't an action-packed episode. That
It
last
was
episode,
very well written. Yeah.
yeah, and his that probably ranks up there with all the Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff dialogue I liked. This show just barely edges out Loki for me, just barely. Not by a lot,
Really? So, is it your
Wow.
favorite now?
barely. Just barely, but that could switch, because I really like the way Loki. They both suffer from the same problems. Is six episodes not enough? Man.
Yeah, we talked about that. We said that this finale we said the finale felt a little rushed. I said I wish there was at least one more episode. Just
Yeah,
one
at
more
least
episode
one.
to space things out. a
I
little
need
better.
more of Jake. Are we talking spoiler? Yeah, I can't see spoilers.
Yes. Yeah.
That
Jake
that
Lockley reveal.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And did you see the Easter egg in there towards the end? The hospital,
Yeah.
the name of the hospital.
Oh no,
wait,
the
no.
license plate said Spectre. What was the one?
No,
in the
it's
hospital?
Psychowitz Hospital. It's Bill Psychowitz.
Oh wow.
Bill
he was a-
Psychowitz.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you look at the hospital
Yeah.
name, he's a major player in Moon Knight lore, especially that particular character. I
Yeah.
think he helped create that character. So I really like this show. This show is fun. I mean, like I said, they always leave me wanting more in regards to her story. I didn't like her, not for the reasons you guys were talking about with those other guys. I didn't like her because there was just no development. Bam, she's Hippo Girl. Bam, she's a superhero and she's already into it. I could have used a little bit more time to get used
like
to
I
her.
said, maybe one episode, maybe dedicated
Yeah.
half to Layla, half to something else. Maybe that would have been better. Because I know Pickled did not like the episode at all. He said they had the most brutal character. Arthur became a generic bad guy. The real Ahmet was underwhelming. Mark freed Steve another 4 minutes and didn't earn that Layla crap at all.
That part I agree with as far as the Layla thing. I mean, yeah, you only have.
I
40
think she
minutes.
kind of earned it in the fact because the whole thing reason why Mark left Layla was because Khonshu was looking at eyeing her for being the next Avatar.
And turns out that was never the case. Though.
That was never the case, but you can still have this. You still have this lingering fact that Layla is a perfect avatar for a god, and then you have the introduction of Tourette, and then you have the introduction of Tourette and Layla's relationship in this episode.
That's
and
true,
you're
but
like-
just didn't have enough time. I agree
Yeah,
with all
that's-
that. There.
Yeah,
That just needed a little bit more.
yeah. I think they just need an episode dedicated to Layla, where it was showing her her life, and how she is that would have been nice to see. But yeah, I understand some part.
This episode did go down the road of genericism. But
A little bit. I mean, there
Yeah.
was kind of a CGI fight, but it wasn't done in a way that I felt was too over the top. I mean, because I was worried it was going to be a CGI just fisticuffs with Moon Knight and Arthur, but they did kind of the whole thing with Khonshu and Ahmet. So I was saying this though. Well, actually, that's funny. I think Layla's use of the wings was much better than whatever they did in Wonder Woman 84. Immediately, I felt
Oh,
Wonder Woman.
that's
I saw
what-
Wonder Woman in
yeah.
that. I'm just it was way better than what
would-
they did in that movie.
Yeah,
Do
it
you
was
agree with
just,
this?
Yeah,
That,
that I
that
can't
it's
disagree there.
that it's strange that Marvel Studios. I'm gonna keep on repeating this until I die. That Marvel Studios did a better Wonder Woman than DC. At
Well,
least with
In
Wonder
that
Woman
moment,
84.
Yeah,
with the
okay.
flames in that suit,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, because the original Wonder Woman, the first movie.
The first movie. Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking
I'm
about
talking
using
about
a
Wonder Woman
wingsuit.
84.
Yeah.
The
Well, we can
wings
Highlander 2 Wonder Woman. We can just go. We can treat Wonder Woman 84 just like the
Highlander 2, the
franchise
quickening.
treats Highlander.
That's just the weird sequel we ignore.
Yeah, we got
Right.
time travel. We can erase Wonder Woman 84. So
Yeah. Well, here, let me ask you this: you're talking about this too. They have to do a second season, right? They have to. It would be such a missed opportunity.
I
not to do a
want.
second
Okay,
season.
here's what I want, and what they might do. It's hard for me to figure out what they're going to do because they're telling stories in a different way that they had not done in the previous 13 years. So right now, like say Eternals, do you know we're going to see those characters throughout the rest of these maybe 5, 6, 7 years, but we might not necessarily see in Eternals 2. We may see Moon Knight and the ramifications of Moon Knight, but we may not see a dedicated series.
Well, he's gonna pop up. I think he's gonna pop up because this year in October for Halloween, they're supposedly releasing Werewolf by Night. I think he's gonna pop up there. That's my theory. That's when we're going to see him next. After that, though, I don't know.
Yeah, but I really like Oscar Isaac. Like I said, is an evolving actor, and that, like I said, that last episode, that episode 5, where they're dealing with the reality of each other, and he's like, "You're not supposed to see this. It's a whole point of view." That was the whole thing was what's cool. When he calls his mother, when he comes to grips that his mother's not alive, when both personalities converge and realize that his mother's not alive, and he realizes that's all he has is that other side of his personality because he's been talking to somebody that's been dead for quite a while, and then they show where he breaks. So, like I said, this episode was anticlimactic for me as far as quality goes, but the ending, though, nobody's going to be really talking about the rest of the majority of the show. That ending where you realize it was Jake, he's in control pretty much. He's pretty much in control.
Well, I love that too because Khonshu in the comics is always a master manipulator. He's always looking for ways to like cheat Mark out of freeing him, and he basically goes, "Why should I have to free Mark when I can make a deal with Jake Lockley?" Because he didn't realize how troubled he really is.
Yeah, and you realize
he didn't know he had a third personality.
Yeah, and then remember he said he chose Khonshu. Arthur told him Khonshu chose you because you were a broken mind. And like I said, we knew that there was
because of multiple personalities that he can if 2 of them rebel against him, well, there's that third one.
Yeah, she's hot too, by the way.
Oh my god,
her, my goodness.
Yeah.
She's
but
I just look at this right there. It's like looks like.
I mean, this picture right here. I just look at it. I'm just like,
I wasn't sure what her costume was going to be because like when the hippo lady said, "Oh, I'm going to get you a costume," it's like
I thought it was going to be a hippo or something.
Yeah, like she's going to look like a hippo.
There goes sexy. There goes sexy.
Like,
gone.
But I looked at this. I'm just like, I just look at this. I can look.
That
at this
is true.
hours.
I will say Wonder Woman's gold armor maybe looked a little cooler, but Layla's was used much better in terms of like using the wings and stuff.
The swords at the end of it are kind of cool. There, you can
the swords and all that.
But nah, this was like I said, if you read, I don't know how far back you guys go with the source material though.
Well, most of this seemed inspired by the Jeff Lemire run, the recent one. That's what I took away from this. A lot of Jeff Lemire influences.
A lot of the visuals, though, I maybe because I'm biased towards Psychowitz, I could see his influence on how the story and the cinematography broke down. If you ever read his original run, because like I said, he's probably the most influential person to ever work on this.
Well, because every comic book writer and artist that took over the comic kind of did something different with it too. They would all like kind of put their stamp on and be like, okay, well
they would change the whole story. Khonshu wasn't even in existence really when you first. Khonshu was like a figure of an abstract that you really never get to see until in the later runs, And then Jake Lockley, he created these personalities in the beginning, if I can recall. These weren't personality splits. Mark Spector created these personalities so that he could carry out his mission. And Jake Lockley was somebody who was a cab driver so that he could get in there, he could get information. So, and then as the storyline kind of evolved and it became the mental break. But like I said, if you'd have told me that a Moon Knight a TV show would have been any good, I'd have been like, what? But like I said, it's handled correctly. And like we were talking about before, now this fits in the context of everything else they're doing, even though it wasn't connected. I had faith going just because of Loki alone, just because of the way Loki's TV show was handled alone. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy that. And I did, especially after WandaVision. I did not enjoy WandaVision.
Really? That's shocking.
I thought the storyline was inconsistent. I thought it was in bits and pieces, and there was no real payoff to anything. And now that I understand going forward that there was never meant to be, like when I go see Doctor Strange Thursday night, that's going to be the payoff for WandaVision.
Well, real quick, I'll ask kind of disappear for a second because the reviews did come out and they're mostly positive, but there are some.
I've heard some divisiveness. I've heard some shitty, which I didn't expect. I heard from some people that I like or who align my thoughts with movies that we agree on a lot of stuff. that said it was basically fan service. I heard the word fan service 6 times in the people that I talked to. Now,
Well, I heard fan service. I heard rushed. I heard
that
kind
I
of
heard too.
underwhelming as well. That's
I
kind
heard
of
all those, and that's
Yeah.
not. Listen, I'm gonna go. Like I said, it needs to be good because I'm paying a lot of money to go out theater to see it. So I know it's good even if it's shit.
right. It's like
but no, I mean,
it's gonna be interesting either way. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna. I think it's a movie that's gonna bring about a lot of conversation.
which is cool. I mean, and I think if it's done in the same quality, like I said, it's a literally direct lineage from No Way Home.
Yeah. What I love though is that they basically said it's a Sam Raimi movie, not really a typical MCU movie. Like this is
That
not
was one of the
formula.
negatives I heard.
Yes, well, because some people, I feel like they went in expecting a typical Marvel blockbuster, summer blockbuster, and that's not what this is.
Are we going to run into a problem with people? Listen, we've had 10 to 13 years of standard MCU fare and a formula that a lot of fans have pretty much relied on and have been dependent on. Are we going to allow these guys room? Because I noticed with Eternals, they took a different route.
Yes, they did. Well, because now they've earned the trust of the audience. They can spend that capital and make some riskier choices if they want to.
I would think that, but some of these moves are real. Like I said, are fans going to be able to? I wasn't hearing this about any Marvel movie or Marvel show prior to like last year, and I liked Eternals, but I felt the difference in the storytelling of Eternals, and I feel that there may be a difference in storytelling from what the majority. Are people going to? Is there enough goodwill there? I'm hoping so, but is there enough goodwill there to let these guys tell their story, even though they are telling it in long form as opposed to short form connection to a much overarching thing? Because I'd hate to see that. Because I endured, like I said, how many Marvel movies that we had? 26, 27? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Half of them are bullshit. All right. Half of them were momentum-driven bullshit. I went to them because I was going through the motions, and there was enough of good stuff there that I'm like, you know what? I got to go see Captain Marvel because I'm in it now. I'm in the ride. And then now that I look in retrospect, I'm like, I wasted half of that time was wasted. There was some great stuff there, and I'm glad I did it. But I endured that to get to the point we're at now, to where they're starting to look 10 years ahead and starting to plan out galactic storylines, cosmic storylines, and they're not always going to be like Iron Man 1 or Avengers 2, where, everything is, you leave the, movie theater thinking like, okay, I just blew my wad, even though I know there's something coming. There's a different way that they're doing things, and it has a lot to do with the shows.
Yeah. Well, real quick, there is a question for you. The Watcher's saying, what's your favorite run of Moon Knight? For me, it's the Houston run.
Cyclowitz. Cyclowitz to me is the definitive run. I don't know whether that means it's better, but it's my favorite because I think he defined what you could do with the character right out of the gate. And it was a launching point for his career. He went on to get weirder from there. I mean, this was Bill Cyclowitz as he was the first time he had input as far as how characters were created and how they looked. And I think even though each character took it, or each writer and artist took it a different lane, I think his is the seed. So I would have to say Cyclowitz, but maybe with yours. And Houston was a good run.
Yeah,
that was a good run at all.
Yeah, and the next show is Miss Marvel, which that's going to be very interesting to see how that goes.
It's going to be divisive, but once again, we're at the point now where DC was at the beginning, where listen, just because something is divisive doesn't mean it's good. It's up to the storyteller to hold their pattern and make sure that they tell their story. Don't respond to bullshit.
And I agree. If they can do a second season of Loki, they should just do a second season of Moon Knight. They really should. I'm gonna be shocked if they don't.
I think Loki has much more cosmic ramifications than Moon Knight, unfortunately. But
you introduced Jake Lockley at the end, man. Like you got to pay.
I have to have more of that. I don't think you're going to see more. You're
going to see the character again, but I mean like a solo continuation. Now we're stuck in group projects.
That's more Oscar Isaac. That's another dimension of Oscar Isaac that I see. And he reminded me, I got the feeling, I don't know if any of you guys had a chance to watch Orphan Black, one of the best TV series.
Tatiana Maslany, yeah.
And which, funny enough, Tatiana Maslany is She-Hulk now.
Yeah, and anybody who doubts her ability to play She-Hulk needs to watch Orphan Black. It is she won an Emmy for it, and this reminded me the way Oscar Isaac did, and he only did 2 characters and a little bit of a third one. But I think he's capable of much, much more. And that character bringing Jake Lockley, the only thing that sucks is they brought him in at the end. I need to see more of him.
Yeah, you want to like bite your teeth into it more, you know.
Yeah, and he just killed him. I mean, he just outright, screw you, you're dead. But that's the guy.
That was shocking to me. Like he just there was no like. That's what I was, because I saw that. I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
It's different from the comics, but like it seems like Jake Lockley's like they're making him out to be like the evil persona. Like he just killed. He killed Arthur Harrow in cold blood. He's like, I'm not messing. Like I'm not conflicted. I will enact Khonshu's vengeance.
And his reasoning, if you read it, will be when they didn't have the break, after they had the break in mentality, his rationale for killing and doing things was sound. It just wasn't something that the other two could accept, and that was very accurate in the portrayal there. Those two, Steven and Mark, even though Mark was a mercenary, could not cold-bloodedly murder, but the justification was there because Khonshu was right. She will get out again. He will kill again, and it's on your hands. So he's not evil, but
yeah.
he's right.
Well, that's a question asked too, then, because like, does that mean when they killed Arthur Harrow that they killed Amit, or did Amit go somewhere else and she's going to find new avatar?
Well, the whole purpose of bringing him into that human body was that's the only way she could be destroyed. So technically, if you listen to what they were saying, if we hold them true to that, then Amit is dead because that was the whole purpose of putting her in a mortal body.
Yeah,
because anything else you could a stone, everything else they can reform. But once the human body dies, that's the avatar, and that's how the same thing would have happened if you would have bound Khonshu to him and killed him instead.
Yeah. But they could always bring Amit back. I mean,
it's comic books.
Yeah, it's comic books. Yeah.
Well,
if they do it,
she's in God heaven or what?
Yeah, she's in God heaven or God hell. Honestly, if they do a second season, they got to do Bushmen. They got to do Bushmen if they do a second season. They got to.
I don't think they're gonna do Bushmen. If the only reason why, if they'll do Bushmen, it would be like in like 1 or 2 episodes and as like for origin.
Well, they were teasing him for the origin purpose too, but that'd be good to like tie that back into what they set up because they mentioned him.
Yeah, they did. But I do wonder, like, I think I said that I do want more of the Egyptian endhead. Like, that's like my thing as well from this episode. As we see when, Layla crushes Khonshu's Ashapti, and then
and Shadow Knight. There's Shadow Knight too.
Well, Shadow Knight is Mark's brother.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, also, how are they going to do Shadow Knight? But before
if they want to do Shadow Knight,
if they want to do,
but 6 episodes. If they do it again, they're only going to give you 6 episodes. Which, like I said, Kevin Feige, I know you're watching RJ's channel right now. Listen, knock this shit off, dude. I need more than 6 episodes of this stuff.
Well, hey, She-Hulk is confirmed to be 9. That's gonna be 9.
That should be minimum 9 episodes.
But they're 9 30-minute episodes though. It's the bad.
I thought it was 10.
Is it 9 or 10?
Because I know he's doing it's because 6 hours, and then
it's 6 hours of content spread into 10 episodes.
Yeah,
whatever that means.
Knock it off. Just give me 10 episodes. Give me 9 or 10 episodes. 6 episodes.
It's the budget, man. It's the budget. They don't know how to spread that out. I don't know. It's weird. They also wanted to feel like a 6-hour movie. That's the other thing that sucks. But yeah, whatever.
And it sucks because if you notice, every one of these shows, their best episode has been the 5th one.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
The 5th one's always
and then it rolls into that 6th one, and it's like, oh, here you go, 6th episode, get out. And then here's some cocaine on the table.
Their 5th one is, I think the minimum should be 7, and the max should be like 11.
Yeah, I mean, I need it. I know
7 and 11 is the sweet
I think 8 to 10 episodes would be the sweet spot. Somewhere around the 8 to 10.
Yeah.
That would be fine because I would get more Layla to develop her character.
Yeah.
I would get more to see about it. I would get more Jake Lockley. I mean, him alone would it be his own episodes. Remember, we did all this with just two sides of him. And the most vicious side is the most interesting one. Even though Steven is only interesting because of Oscar Isaac's performance of him. And the comic, he's kind of a bland, but this you can't really that's what when you take some of these actors and you put them on the screen, it becomes different. It becomes, a different way of viewing the character. It's going to be very hard for me to look at Moon Knight now in a different, in a different way now that I've seen these 6 episodes. So
Yeah.
I need a
Well,
little bit more than 7.
I think Justin Giles really says, yeah, I think the MCU is going full comic book now. No more hand holding like they did leading up to Infinity War and Endgame.
They got to be careful though. I am on board with that.
I think they're gonna be like both ways. They're gonna be like, we still gotta
Well,
hold
when they
your
introduce
hand.
new
Like,
characters, they'll hold your hand. But like,
right, with new characters, they'll hold your hand. But like with our Falcon, who's now turned into Captain America,
well, the
they're
ongoing
gonna be
narrative,
like,
like the established stuff, it's like if you don't
right,
know, then that's on you. You guys kind of
right,
like you
Yeah.
got to be paying attention to like what's coming out.
I think
Yeah.
they're treading really cool territory, but given their fan makeup, it's dangerous territory, especially when you get into the multiverse, because if you can really convolute things. And like I
Well, you
said,
have to make sure you don't lose the general public too. Like you don't want to go so far that like you're losing general interest, like where it's only for hardcore fans at this point.
Yeah, the big difference between multiverse when it's in its main form and its original form, which is a comic book, is you have time and you have different issues simultaneously to tell a story over the course of time. Here, you're giving it to people in a cinematic narrative, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. I don't know just from what I'm hearing that it may or may not be accepted the way everything else has been, even if it's really
It's gonna,
cool.
like I said, this weekend's gonna be really interesting, just
Yeah,
in terms of discourse in the conversation, because I know Moon Knight wasn't loved by everyone.
Well, it wasn't known either.
Yeah,
You know, it wasn't. You know why people gave Moon Knight a chance? Because everything else that Marvel had done.
yeah.
That's the Blue Beetle argument I'm always trying to make. They have established their core. They've run through all that, and now I can move on to a Blue Beetle because I'm not worried about what happened to any of their mainline characters. We all know we got our resolution with any of them, even though Captain America going for a booty call 75 years in the past was bullshit, and he's coming back, and you'll see Robert Downey Jr. You got plenty. You did not leave the Marvel table looking for scraps under the table. You got everything that you was on the menu, so you can do a Moon Knight, and it's like, okay, what's my next logical step now with these characters? Whereas I did this,
and that's what Justin means. He's saying like the first few phases were very easy to follow for general audiences. Going forward, it's going to get a little more complex.
They're gonna have to be patient, and this is gonna be on the fans because I like what Marvel's doing, the way the long form 22.
Well, much of Phase 4 has been a rebuilding phase too, where they're trying to like establish new characters and get stuff off the ground. Like they're taking their time introducing new stuff,
right?
Or like it's mostly character development and like setting things up
over the course of years, which is not something they did. You got Captain America; his entire story arc was told in one movie. Even though that one movie was a bigger part of a whole bunch of things, their main story arc with Captain America, Iron Man, those were told in one movie, and then they went from there. Things like the Eternals and some of these other things that they're telling are going to be told. That's not going to be a one movie thing. Even Doctor Strange is probably going to not be a one movie.
The ramifications of Doctor Strange can still be felt in other.
You got to wait. You got to wait.
It's an interesting strategy for sure, and it's different mediums too, from TV to movies too.
Yeah, I still think I can't. One part of me says Doctor Strange should do the exact same money, or near the exact same money as No Way Home, even if it's a little bit less because you don't have the Tobey Maguire and all that nostalgia. It should still be over $1 billion, whatever, 1.1 or one even.
It's going to make at least $1 billion. There's no way.
The other half of me is, what if some of these mixed reviews come out, and that affects people a little bit? We're not in this. We've never been in this type of territory before. So it's.
I think right now they're projecting about a 160 to 180 domestic opening weekend, about a 300 million opening worldwide. It will make
China. Is it going to?
It's banned in China.
That's right. It got banned.
Yeah, it's been banned in some Middle Eastern countries.
Well, same with No Way Home. No Way Home wasn't.
No Way Home wasn't in China either, but that wasn't very. That was that movie is very.
Yeah,
long.
but this movie doesn't have, unless I could be wrong. It doesn't have the build up. The year-long build-up for Tobey Maguire, The Worst Kept Secret, and Andrew Garfield. That really was that movie. I mean, we were sitting at that.
I remember. We were waiting.
Everybody in the theater knew. There were people in there that had it spoiled to death, and everybody cheered when they saw that. And this Doctor Strange has other stuff in it. It just doesn't have.
It's gonna have some cool surprises in there, but they're gonna be like, I don't know if it's gonna be like the mass appeal kind of thing, like a return of Tobey Maguire.
Like, see me seeing Sharon Carter in the trailers. I know who Sharon Carter is. But
Peggy.
yeah, Peggy, I'm sorry. But most of the geeks that are going to be there with us on Thursday night are going to be looking at me like, "Who's that?"
Well,
What's
did they watch? Did they watch What If?
Most of them have not.
That's gonna
Well,
be a problem.
isn't
The general
that-
audience. Here's another thing. I like them connecting this thread throughout their shows and going into their movies. That's a great thing. But the audience is not on. Not necessarily on board with
let me
it.
ask you, like the audience you think you're gonna have when you see it, have they watched WandaVision? Because that was a very popular show.
No, and I'm asking them as I'm telling me, because remember we did. By the way, thanks for stiffing me today, jackass.
Wait, that was today?
what?
I invited you today to my Doctor Strange stream, and you just totally didn't show me.
I didn't
that was today. Yes, you did.
Oh, I didn't see that. God damn it.
But anyway, it was only a 16-minute thing because we just had to read off names. But as we were handing these things out to people and telling them, we were trying to give them a primer of what to watch going in without spoiling it. So obviously, What If episode 1, and then the zombie episode, and then the Strange Supreme episode, and none of the people that I had engaged with, knew about that.
Wait, why do we need to watch the zombie episode?
Huh?
Why do we need to watch the zombie episode?
I forgot why. I wrote it down. I had
because of that zombie looking strain. I don't even think. I don't think it's gonna connect. I don't think it's gonna connect.
Yeah, that's not
Isn't Zombie Strange?
No, they said zombie and evil strange from What If are not in it at all.
No, the evil strange.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What's the trailer? I saw the trailers. Remember where Wong walks up to him and says,
"Yeah, that's the evil strange that we see in the trailer."
It's like
is a variant of that What If Strange, because the What If Strange is a reformed. He's not evil anymore at the end.
I told my geek to watch that. Now I don't think they'll be.
The only episode of What If I think they would need to watch
is the first episode.
It's the first episode.
Yeah.
No, episode 4, Strange Supreme. Wouldn't they need to watch that?
No, because Strange is not the same one. They confirmed that.
Listen, I'm taking normal people and trying to give them a basis for what.
They should still watch it. It's a good episode. They should still watch it. But
I'm not talking to a room full of RJs and Cadens. I'm trying to guide them in, and the visual reference that I was using was those.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get that then.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I think I'm going to be dealing with a bunch of people. You know what's going to happen after I leave the theater, and we are playing. Thank you everybody for coming. I'm going to get a bunch of people that are going to blockade me at the door, and they're going to be asking me a bunch of questions. And I'm okay. I will stay there long enough. I know because remember the fear we had last time is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield weren't going to be in it.
Oh, no,
I was going to have to leave. Yeah. I was going to have to flee my own theater to get out of there before the end credits roll. So, but this one is just going to be a lot of normal people.
I think with this one now, I think honestly, like, it just sucks, like the whole recently Marvel, like before Marvel had security down on the dot, and now
not anymore.
Now it's like all hell has, like, once a week out before the movie it comes out, it's like gates are open for anyone to come.
Well, the worst kind of leak happened. The leak, the leak of like all the cameos in the single scene got leaked. Like that's the worst kind of leak.
And also, it's like not only that, and like
I guarantee
honestly,
you,
although I'm friends with some of them, and those ones that I'm friends with, I'm cool with, and they're fine because they've been there for a while. Scoopers and everything with like Casey and Daniel and Lizzie and Charles, they're fine. It's these other fools that are on here that are like spoiling everything on and trying to.
Yeah, but to be fair, though, I like those guys too, but they do kind of add to the problem a little bit.
No, but it's now these newcomers to the Scoop Gang want to be the first ones to react to something, and they're the ones that want to first jump onto the thing. And to do that, they're like wanting, oh, give me the first image of this character, then let me bring it out.
See, I hate that because it's listen, if
it's not about that. It's like
to me, it's ruining somebody's good time. It's ruining that moment that when somebody sees something for the first time, you're taking away that initial experience.
Also, people have even that, and also I
Blake
think
says leaks have become the norm, and it's kind of terrible. I agree.
And that's something that I hope that Feige on his retreat also had the conversation about security.
That's what I was going to mention too. I guarantee you during that retreat that they're doing right now, one of the biggest
Yeah.
topics is going to be security going forward. How do we
because they
protect?
have to crack
Because that
down.
leak happened like right as this summit's happening.
That's Sunday. That's Sunday. Sunday
Yeah.
before the premiere.
There's only one way to do it. There's only one way to do it. Well, actually, two ways to do it.
Well, most of this comes from VFX companies. I feel like that's the biggest source of these leaks, in my opinion. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
There's ways around that too, because you can mix, match, and film different things and mix them up so that the VFX people.
Well, look at what Lucasfilm did with the Luke Skywalker moment. They had like Plo Koon rendered and all that instead of Luke Skywalker.
It's stagecraft because they did it back when Empire Strikes Back. David Prowse wasn't saying, Luke, I am your father. No one knew what that was going on. There was a different era, but there's ways to do it. Another big problem, and unfortunately, this might screw me, is these the advanced screenings and the screeners and some of the stuff that happens in the test screenings. These are a big source for some of these people too.
But don't you have to like sign, like maybe you don't, but don't they make some people sign like NDAs and stuff though?
Yeah, but it's really hard.
Okay,
like for an NDA for like a private, like a press guy, one person who who writes articles. It's really hard to track whoever he sees. If I sign an NDA, I'm easier to catch because there's so many people and they can trace a lot of it back to me literally because we're literally.
Maybe they should also just think about doing less marketing, maybe like less trailers. Like just do one trailer and that's it.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's just less because again, like I said, there's more people getting into this press stuff, and more people getting into this scoop and leak game.
Oh, and I hate this too. I hate this too, where people are like, a lot of the reviews I've seen. Like we watched Grace Randolph's review on Max's channel. William, I kid you not, she started off her review basically saying, well, I told you they were doing reshoots, but it looks like they didn't make the movie better like they said they were going to. And like, there's all these things I was sitting behind these college students and they were listing off things that weren't in the movie. And I'm like, and she's basically like complaining that what she said was going to happen didn't happen. And it's not her bad reporting. It's, well, they changed the movie. It's a different cut. And all this and that, and it's making excuses and being like, well, it's not our fault for raising expectations, all these leaks and scoops. It's the movie's fault for not living up to that.
But at the same time, like, if you've been paying attention to the last couple of weeks of Sam Raimi talking about the movie, he literally says, like, without blatantly saying that it's not going to be this cameo fest, he just says that if the characters doesn't focus on the main character's story, they will not be in this movie. So if you were expecting superior Iron Man Tom Cruise to show up in this movie,
you're gonna have a bad time.
You're going to have a bad time. If you're expecting Owen Gooford's
like Deadpool, Hugh Jackman,
if you're
Halle Berry, Eric Bana's Hulk, I mean,
then you are expecting the bad time for yourself. You set that up for yourself, not Sam Raimi, not Kevin Feige, not Benedict Cumberbatch.
Which again, it's why it's so frustrating with like the news cycle. It's been so scoop heavy, because it's like 2 years ago, everyone was saying that Tom Cruise was going to be a surefire thing in this movie. Yeah. And they kept saying it again and again and again. For example, that's just one of many examples, of course. But
we get our information from, like I said before. I can't blame the filmmakers about that. I blame the media. Part of it's bad and part of it's media. But we have accepted that we get our news from bullshit, and we don't follow the logical path to things. We follow semi-marketing and we follow expectations.
And I'm fine with the movie being a Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch movie first. That's okay to me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted from this movie. I didn't like. The thing is also people when you have Sam Raimi directing, and you have directing the movie, you already should have expectations of the movie being a character study and not something else.
Yeah.
Because it's always character first with Sam Raimi. Yeah, it's always character first and
I agree. I do feel like some scoopers are taking advantage of the platforms information they have.
Oh my, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think the Flash is going to be the same situation. I think, guess what? I think when we go see the Flash and it finally happens, I think there's going to be a lot of Batman people that are going to end up being disappointed. I
As
think
you,
It's
do you
just
think it's
last
because? Well, that's what I'm pretty concerned about too, because I
Yeah.
feel like the marketing is going to be very Michael Keaton centric,
and
and
I
that's
hate
not.
that. I hate that. I hate that. All right, and it's a big risk, and I wish they hadn't done it this way. Like I said, I know a
Because
lot of people
I'm
love
telling
him.
you, the way they showcase the movie at CinemaCon, highlighting Keaton, I think that's a direct precedent for how they're going to market the actual movie when the time comes. Very Batman heavy, and it's not a Batman movie, which is
And the sad thing about it is it's probably going to be a really good Flash movie, but that won't be good enough because you led me, you
you
shoved
basically
my,
told me it was a Batman '89 sequel.
yeah, which is, listen, I have no use for a Batman '89 sequel other than the ones I got. I got them. I don't listen. We got to stop reliving the past. Nostalgia is a good tool to have in the toolbox. It can't be the whole fucking toolbox.
Well,
And
that's why.
fair.
Well, what did we talk about when we saw No Way Home? We said the nostalgia was used really well because what did it do?
Yeah.
It basically continued Tom Holland's story and it elevated him. It
Yeah.
wasn't to distract him or to like diminish him. It was to elevate him.
It was
It was
relevant.
yeah.
It was relevantly placed, and those two characters were very popular versions of those characters. that
Right.
people
But
wanted
they
to
were
see.
also there to help the new
that
Spider-Man
was the
get to where
narrative.
he needed to be
Yeah.
on a
You know,
character level.
They didn't take over the movie, just like in Blade Runner 2049. You see
Right.
Harrison Ford. They marketed Harrison Ford like in the poster. I got a giant 6-foot poster of Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford doesn't enter the movie to an hour and 41 minutes in there, and he's not in there very long.
Oh no, he's
Oh,
not.
and I
Anthony
will
Beltry
just
for $1.99 super chat says Caden talk about moth culture making up stuff.
yeah,
Super chat, Anthony.
yeah. Okay. So what's funny about moth culture is that one day was on like I think I was on the I forget where I was on like the
Wow, that
internet,
sounds
and I
super
found
nuts, man.
what?
I forget where I
But
was.
then I saw someone post a moth culture tweet, and I was like, "What the heck is this bullshit?" And I click on their profile, and as I said before, uh, I like look at through they're like, "Oh, Iron Man's in this, and da's in this, and you know what else? Tobey Maguire's getting Spider-Man 3, and Andrew Garfield's getting TASM 3, and like, and then also then I was like, and they're retweeting like this other dude's tweets called Spider Culture, and then Spider Culture is just about Spider-Man rumors and stuff, and all of a sudden now he's also tweeting about Batman rumors, and then you have this other guy again named GeekyCast that was tweeting out the same shit that Moth Culture was spitting out.
I
So
gotta
you're
stay
like,
off of Twitter. I gotta stay off of Twitter.
Oh.
I'm on Twitter to click on these StreamYard links.
Yeah.
and send messages.
No,
to people.
I get you, man. I get
there's
you.
there's too many anonymous leakers on Twitter right now acting like they have actual
Well, most of
info.
them are BS. A lot of them are
Oh,
BS.
like you have main middleman.
Culture
You have
and-
main middleman. You have like they're all. The thing is, me
Wait,
and
is
Casey-
main middleman fake?
main middleman. Yeah, he's fake.
Oh, I follow.
There's no discipline. There's no
There's no,
discipline.
and the thing is,
Why
it
did
all
someone
root-
tell me?
it
I
all
follow
goes-
main middleman. I thought he was legit.
It all roots back to who? Roger Rodell, the first anonymous leaker on Twitter. It was Roger Rodell, and he was this infamous Marvel Studios security person or whatever. That was he said he worked at Marvel Studios, and he was giving us like leaks and stuff. And then once the pandemic started, you had Roger Rodell 2.0, you had Main Middleman, you had all these other accounts that popped out of nowhere. And then you have MCU informant, film informant, who were stealing stuff from Charles Murphy and Daniel RPK, who was staying there and doing that. So the thing is, like I said, this whole leak game has changed for the past 2 years. And since then, you have major leaks. You have people who are like believing every single thing that they read on Twitter. So they have high expectations for all these projects upcoming. Because all they do is when you throw shit at the wall and you get one of the 5,000 shits you throw at the wall, people will believe it. You start believing you. So
Yeah.
My
My time to shine hello has been pretty reliable, although the NFT thing is still annoying. But
yeah, like I think My Time to Shine, she's one of those people where she's off as Reddit user who decided to go to Twitter, and then she befriended Casey and Daniel and all the other scoop leakers and
I
at
still
least
think
the
she's a Marvel employee. That's my theory. But
What is the method? What is the motive? Because there's been time where I've known things because of some of the things we deal with that, like for instance, with No Way Home.
Right.
I mean,
it was impossible to avoid. I mean, that's
but there was a period of time where I didn't get on Enosh's stream or anybody's stream when those conversations were going on because of respect out of the relationship we have with those guys. What's the motive? It's to me, it's
no,
ruining
it's
somebody's moment.
the motive behind some of the majority of these new ones, especially, is clout chasing.
It's trying to grow
And
their
for clicks-
platforms, grow their numbers, clicks, monetary gain,
Yeah.
Patreon subs.
Yeah.
But it's basically
So I
money.
guess it's up to the viewer and the audience to turn themselves off of it, because if they're feeding this, then don't feed it. Because it's really,
Right.
it just ruins.
And that's the
people.
thing. Like I said, if you throw so much shit to the wall where one of them or two of them sticks, you're going to have people who will look at your shit and
Yeah, you can get one thing right, and that's all that'll matter. You can
it's
get
like,
12
oh my
things
god,
wrong.
I got this one thing right. That means this, and it becomes a domino effect.
But don't
of,
fans
like-
want to be entertained anymore? I mean, damn, it's like
I
the
don't-
old days.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's what's so frustrating. Like, I wish we could go
It's
back.
almost
to the
like
days
you
when we
want
just
to keep
watched
yourself in
movies.
the nuts. You want to be
Yeah.
disappointed. You want to be disappointed. So if you know everything, you can be like, oh damn it, that's not what I wanted.
Really? Robert Meyer Burnett did not like the Moon Knight finale? That's shocking. He's really liked the show up until now. That's very interesting.
I could see that coming. I could see that coming because he even said that he was enjoying it so far, but he would have done things differently. There's a not listen, finale wise, there's a lot not to like in comparison to what the penultimate episode was. That was a big fall off. Like I said, in the context of it, and the Jake Lockley and all that, I'm okay. But if somebody came to me and told me I wasn't really hitting with that finale, I can understand. But as an overall series, it's up there with Loki for me. That 6th episode could have been better, and we've already discussed the reasons that really hurt it: time, rushness, and quality. The quality from 5 to 6 is a huge drop off, both dialogue and everything else. The action was
it's more of like the climax. It's just a climax episode of action. Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what.
And it wasn't as good as 5. Maybe 5 set the standard high for everything else, because I really loved episode 5, but I did not love. I liked episode 6.
Well, I'll bring up this thing real quick because there's a couple of things I want to go over on the Twitter speed. It's not Marvel related, but I figure we'll just talk about it since it is breaking news. Real quick, do you guys hear that they uploaded the Disney Gallery documentary on the Book of Boba Fett? They did that today for May the 4th.
Yeah, I got it up on the screen.
Yeah. So this is from the Boba Fett fan club. They said that the Disney Gallery episode for Book of Boba Fett explains a lot of their creative choices, plus leaves the door wide open for the series to continue. We're hopeful follow-up could rebalance work for what just more, plus truly focus on it. So apparently they talk about why they chose to make the show basically a Mandalorian 2.5.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
They talk about why they were doing that, and they talk about some of the choices they made, but also explaining that I think they talk about like what they could have done better. I have to watch it, but they kind of admit that they made some choices that may have not have worked out. So that's really interesting to me. I'm gonna
riding his dinosaur instead of getting Slave One and blasting everybody. That was silly.
The Rancor, man. What was the point of giving Danny Trejo there then if they didn't do that?
Have him co-piloting with you in Slave One. You got air power, man. In the military, listen, you don't move 1 inch east, west, or north without air support. We don't go nowhere. We don't move a tank a mile. We don't go anywhere without those jets, without those Apaches. And you have Slave One, and you just used it to wipe out those bikers. So we know you could have used it. Come on, man. I know it was cooler to see him ride in with the Rancor, but there were so many parts of Book of Boba.
By the way, this is literally all Robert Meyer Burnett said. This is all he tweeted. He just said, whatever, # Moon Knight finale. We'll see tomorrow. He's going to be on the John Campy show tomorrow. We'll see if he liked it or not, because they're going to talk about it. We'll see.
I just can't wait to hear what he says about Strange New Worlds. I think old Trek fan is finally going to be happy for once.
He did say that he is kind of excited for it. He did say that. He is interested.
And I love Robert Burnett, but when it comes to Trek, I vomit worthy to hear him whine about it. And
I understand though. He's so passionate about the old stuff, man.
Me
I get
too.
it.
We're in the same generation. We're both in it. So when he's talking about Trek fans, he's talking to people like me who are from the same generation, and I disagree with him. But what he's got to understand too is this Strange New Worlds that we're about to get, and I think it's going to be epic. We don't get it without all that Trek that he steps on a weekly basis. It does not happen without Discovery. Strange New Worlds does not happen without Star Trek Discovery.
But Strange New Worlds does need to go back to like the classic stuff, though. I feel like it does need to harken back to the classic era, which is good. I'm glad that it seems to be doing so in some ways.
I'm okay with it as long, like I said, I'm okay with having it all. But with guys like Burnett and I know a lot of old Trek fans, they want it's and it's absolute sometimes. They're the only way to tell a Star Trek story is the one that they grew up with, and that choked the life out of Star Trek for 12 years, from 2004 to 2017. Star Trek, like I said, anybody who wants to bring up toxic fandom, you're in kindergarten when you measure them up against Star Trek fans.
I don't know. Star Wars fandom's pretty bad, man.
No, because you know why? They got their stuff done. Star Trek fan actually stopped their things from being on TV and being in movies. And at least with Star Wars, people may bitch and moan about it, but they never choked it to the point where it didn't happen.
They're trying to.
They will never get to that point.
Well,
So
speaking of that never happening, though,
that happened.
They did announce at 2 a.m. right when Moon Knight went live as part of. Can I get it to work? Thank you.
I'm putting it up.
Oh, okay, that's why. Sorry, I forget they have control. They did announce that a new trailer for Obi-Wan is dropping today as part of the celebration for May the 4th.
Yeah, should have dropped the damn show today, man.
They should have, but Moon Knight.
I scheduled a lightsaber duel months in advance because you have to get these guys months in advance. We have a lightsaber duel. Jedi and Sith they're going to be blasting each other all around our plaza, and we were going to end their Sith versus Jedi fight right as we push play for Obi-Wan, and then they put it on the 27th. So now I got Star Wars trivia instead.
Well, it'll still be fun. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for Obi-Wan. I think this trailer is going to be big. It is a big Star Wars day. It's the biggest Star Wars day of the year. I'm glad that Disney's finally marketing Obi-Wan. I knew they had to wait till Moon Knight, but start treating this thing like it's a big deal because it's their biggest release of the year. So treat it like it, damn it. But I'm excited for the Obi-Wan trailer. Hopefully there's some good stuff in there.
I'll watch it, and then I'll hear Enoch scream at me because why I don't love it. I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Maybe you'll walk away saying, "Oh my god, Obi-Wan looks amazing." You never know.
I'm probably gonna do that, but I'm gonna be like, "Damn, what's next?" More.
You're gonna get the acolytes soon next year, probably. Don't just be patient.
That's like giving me crumbs. Like I'm licking the bottom of the floor for crumbs. Thank you for the crumbs.
It's not gonna get anything else, though, William.
Like a dog at the table.
It's something else.
Can I have some bacon? I'm settling for what they here. We know you want something different. Here's the corner of the bread crust. Here, can you catch it? Oh, it hit the floor. Yeah.
Well, and also one last topic. I talked about this at the top of the show, but we're not going to go over it. But it is probably the biggest news of the night. Sadly, it's kind of overshadowing everything else entertainment. Dave Chappelle was attacked and assaulted at the Hollywood Bowl. He was tackled and speared live on stage as he ended his comedy special at the Hollywood Bowl. The guy was arrested, beat to hell, dislocated both hands, beat up by 10 security guards, and LAPD is locked down Hollywood right now, and he's in an ambulance heading over there. But they've shut down Hollywood. It's going to be the biggest story tomorrow morning as well. Dave Chappelle assaulted and attacked during one of his comedy specials.
Yep. And what's going to come up right after this? It's the president set by, what happened on the awards. And they said that immediately. You just gave it, you gave a license for people.
That actually is what people were talking about, like the dangerous precedent set against comedians. Plus, too, everyone's talking about Dave Chappelle's past things with the trans stuff too. So it's.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you showed up to Dave Chappelle's show and got offended by something Dave Chappelle said, fuck you. I mean,
right? I don't know. We don't know why this. Yeah, we don't know why this guy. We don't know why Dave Chappelle was speared and tackled to the. It was nasty. It was pretty violent. Like he tried hurting him. I don't know if he was offended by a joke or if he's just a crazy fan. I don't know.
And they're going to have to start getting better security. They're going to have to start banning the buffer zone.
Well, look at
I
what
know-
happened in WWE lately. Seth Rollins, Bret the Hitman Hart, like people get up on
Yeah.
stage and assault people, man. It's crazy.
And that used to never happen. There was an incident back in 1993 where a tennis player, Monica Seles, was in Hamburg, Germany, and a crazed fan got close enough to stab her in the shoulder. And after that, a lot of sporting events got to the point where you couldn't get anywhere near these guys. Even the games, they altered the way baseball games, because people were throwing things at them and people were jumping on the field. And before security could get to them, you can do anything to somebody. I mean, you only need a couple of seconds to mortally wound somebody. So they're going to have to go back to that. I mean, I understand it's going to decrease the access, but you can't have this type of, not only could that person on stage get hurt, you could start a rioted type situation where all this chaos is now, and now you have this smash pit of people panicking because something happened. You're not just talking about one person's
Well,
safety, you're talking about the
I don't
overall
want to open the giant can of worms, so I'll just ask quickly, like, is Will Smith somewhat to blame for the precedent being set? Do you think it's going to be a worse thing going forward for comedians? Because it's what people are going to bring up tomorrow morning when everyone sees what happened.
Yeah, whether rightly or wrongly, it doesn't matter. Perception is law, and the perception that when he did that there wasn't anything, there was no real life ramifications. There are Hollywood ramifications, but there were no real life ramifications. And this guy who did this wasn't Will Smith. So he's dealing in the world of real life ramifications, and there had not been none. Now he got his ass whipped, it sounds like. And
oh, dude, I showed the footage earlier. I mean, like, his hands are like dislocated. He is like, it's bad. Yeah. Like, it's really bad.
LAPD was like, "Are you guys done yet? Okay, we'll take him from here."
Well, even Dave Chappelle joked about that, saying they were gonna rough him up bad.
Yeah, LAPD doesn't buck around. They're like Metro. All Metro and LAPD needs is a reason and a time and a place for violence.
I won't play the audio, but like, you can just look at this guy. I mean, like, he's just like, ugh.
And that's what needs to happen every time. And one of these clowns breaks through. He needs, like an NFL. When those fools are rushed and try to attack an NFL player, you got a 300-pound lineman that just lays them out. I'm like, dude, pick him back up again and lay him out again, so that everybody's watching. Do I want to end up in a wheelchair? Do I want to possibly get my head stamped in for this? Is this worth it? You need to make this not worth it. Make it not pretty. I want this video that him on his wounds, that needs to be everybody's Twitter avatar for a while, because that's the only way this is going to end. Otherwise, you're going to have comedians who are not going to want to do shows. You're going to have entertainers that are not going to want to.
Well, I mean, look what happened with a lot of comedians that came to doing stuff at college campuses. They don't want to bother doing it anymore. A lot of them just gave up.
And now you take away an awesome experience for people because of some clowns. It sucks.
Yeah. Caden, is there any word on when real quick before I let you speak on the Dave Chappelle thing? Is there any word on when this Kenobi trailer may be dropping today?
Probably.
Like, at what time?
7. Like, I think trailers have moved from the 6 o'clock spot to the 7 o'clock spot.
So you think it's gonna drop at like 7 a.m. EST?
PST.
Oh, PST. So like 9. Yeah, that'd be 9 a.m. my time. Okay.
I'll wake up and watch it.
That's 6 hours from now. Damn it.
Yeah. But on the day,
I'm going to wake up and film a reaction right away. But yeah, go ahead on the Dave Chappelle thing.
So crazy thing is I think majority of you guys know now that, like, I got a new job recently, and my job is working at Uprocks, and the job I have is a director's assistant on a podcast called People's Party with Talib Kweli. And Talib Kweli is infamous for being best friends with Dave Chappelle. And being around Talib, knowing him and knowing his relationship with Dave, this is really heartbreaking to see that someone would do that to Dave, and to have the guts to jump on stage and lunge at someone and tackle them, and then even like the video of him like on the hospital bed going into the truck, he still looks like looks happy and not really distressed or anything. Like he's like proud that he did that,
That means they didn't beat him up enough.
That too, yeah.
So probably, yeah.
So it's just
You
like,
still smiling? Come here. You know,
right. Let me smack that smile off your face, buddy.
let me break your jaw so the only expression you can make is blinking. That's what
Like,
has to happen. And I'm not condoning killing somebody, but
no.
the person that's sitting there thinking about doing this needs to understand that their life is as much at peril as the person their life they're about to put in peril. The danger they're about to cause
No.
is equally
Well,
put forward. You know, and
right.
the
So if
security's
I
gotta
like
do a better
lunge
job.
at William and punch him in the face, and then he punches me back in the face, and I'm still smiling, and I have a bloody jaw,
Yeah.
William has all the right to smash my head into concrete. Like,
Here's how I
it's not-
figured. I got a certain amount of time before the security drags me off of me. That's enough time for me to make it so that you never do this again. And
Yeah.
that's what needs to be the signal needs to be put out. You never happens again. And what's going to end up happening is one of these guys is going to get shot, because one of these guys is going to get up on that stage, and somebody's security is going to just nail them right there and then. You're going to see somebody die
Oh,
at a concert because it's either them or the person or the rock star or the comedian. You don't know what
Yeah.
that guy has.
I mean, it's one of those things where very interesting to see where everything goes. But yeah, like, dude, you don't do that. And also, like I said, you don't go up there and try and act like all cool and then lunge at someone and tackle them.
Stay home.
And then and if you expect nothing from it, then you expect all hell to be brought loose onto you.
I wish Dave Chappelle would have been like, "Hey, buddy, come on up. Let's don't let the cops."
Yeah, come and talk to me.
Yeah, everybody,
So
come up.
what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Hey, here,
Like-
take care of it for me. I wish I'd have been in the front row. I'd have been in the front row. I'd have been like, "Hey."
And funny thing is, it was
Well,
a
the other thing
it's
is- the
a
other thing
it's
I
a
gotta ask-
Netflix funded event too.
Oh,
It's
was
a Netflix.
it?
Yeah, it's Netflix is a joke festival
Were,
at the
were
Hollywood
they
Bowl.
filming it? Were they filming it for like a special or no?
I don't think they are filming the Netflix's joke festival.
They might have filmed it, but it might not air.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might
I
not air
wouldn't blame
now.
them for not airing it.
Unless
Or
Chappelle
you know
says,
what?
"Hey, you know what? I
Or
wanna
air
film
it, or air it, make a joke out of it, make a statement about that. That'd be interesting. Too.
Maybe his next special will be his next Netflix special will have a scenario talking about this scenario. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody brought up Dimebag Darrell, and see, that was in a club type setting. That was one of the most aggravating things. I remember when I think I was overseas when that happened. He was on stage, and this crazy fool gets up there, and I think shoots him and shoots someone else, and there just happened to be
Wait, who?
Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. He was on stage, and he was shot to death while he was performing. And I think it was either off-duty cop or security guard with a shotgun took the guy out. And he had another guy held hostage that he was going to kill, and so that person made a split-second decision, and they took the killer out, but not before they got Darrell. And
He died. They shot and killed him on stage. What?
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, put 5 bullets in him, killed Dimebag Darrell, and the security officer cop. I forgot what capacity he was in. He kills that guy. He gets him in a shotgun blast, I think, to the head. It was yeah. Look, Google it. It's one of the most things.
Wait, so like people filmed it?
I don't think it wasn't on. I don't think it was on tape, but it was. Pantera was playing. I don't know if he was playing with Pantera, but he was playing on stage. He did that. He played these gigs at these clubs, these rock clubs, and that's what they do. And you just never had to worry about that before. You just weren't. You didn't have to worry. I would go to concerts all throughout the 80s and 90s. You wouldn't have to have that problem. Nobody did this shit. All right. The only time we had somebody as our childhood that ever got attacked in this manner like this to mortally was when I was a little kid and John Lennon.
John Lennon thing was like that was just. Whew.
That was.
But it wasn't on stage though. I mean,
it wasn't on stage. It was out of Dakota, but we didn't. You could get up close to these guys. I went to Metallica. You get up, you could touch the stage. They're close enough to throw. Lars Ulrich is throwing drumsticks to you or handing them. That's how close you could get to these guys. Nobody fucking around, and nobody's gonna attack Lars Ulrich or attack James Hetfield. I'm not gonna jump on the stage and take out the Beastie Boy. What is weird? You didn't have to worry about that. But when Dimebag Darrell thing happened, it's like, blew people's minds. It was shocking and it was disturbing, But it was like I said, we just didn't. I hope this is not a dawn of an era where this kind of shit is going to be the norm. Because, like I said, it's going to not only is it going to endanger the people that are on stage, it's going to ruin the concert going experience for people if they got to worry about that shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's sad. It's a whole thing, but
Borg Pork says it was filmed. I have never seen the footage of that, and to be honest with you, I never want to. If
no,
it
I would
exists,
never want. I would never
I don't
want
want
to.
it.
Kind of say though that profile picture is amazing. We are the poor. Resistance is futile.
Oh,
That's
dude.
amazing. Borg Pork. That's incredible. I love that name. I love that picture. That's great. But yeah, it's almost 4 in the morning, so I think we should wrap this up. But you guys got any final thoughts on Moon Knight before we get out of here?
Overall, I got to give the series an A. It's edged up there. It's up there with Loki
So
for
for
me.
you right now, it's barely better, but it's your favorite MCU Disney Plus show.
And then that episode 5 for me carries a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Much
I
like
agree
the way
with
episode 5
William.
of Loki, that episode, and it's like there's certain moments of these series that really carry it for me that have outweighed results. And in Loki, it was Morbius. When Morbius finally comes over and starts to realize what Loki is trying to explain to him is right, and right before he gets zapped and put into the different dimension, and she's like, "You remember? I remember you asking me where would I go if I could go anywhere. How about who I was before? No, I had a jet ski, and that whole thing. It was like I could connect with the guy at that point. And in this episode or with this series, it was that him coming to terms with all the things that broke him up and the way that they did it. Now, episode 6 of Loki sucked. Other than the one about the one that remains is his dialogue was great, but the overall I didn't like it. It wasn't that great, but it didn't harm the series for me. This episode,
I loved the Jonathan Major stuff though. That whole
yeah,
monologue,
that was great.
That entire segment where it's all about him
Yeah,
explaining who he is and where he came from, it was amazing.
And knowing what was going to happen. See you soon. That was great.
And the multiverse is exploding open.
Yeah, and that had ramifications. It was great, but like I said, it wasn't the best episode, but the overall story, I loved it.
The delivery on the most important moment, though, in Loki was the multiverse opening and the introduction of the one who remains, and basically the introduction to Kang. Perfect.
Or Mortis, depending on who you want to look. And this right here, like I said, the 6th episode was but episode 5 and the most of everything else.
I mean, this episode was solid in terms of action. I think it finally delivered on the action that people were looking for. I think
it's a little bit misplaced at times, but like I said,
a little bit.
That's a criticism that doesn't destroy.
Honestly, though, I think this episode really got carried by that post-credit scene because it was just so well done.
Yeah,
one of the best post-credit scenes they've ever done for a TV show.
I love the way he's just sitting in the limo. The fucking Conchi, the way he ridiculously looks with his bird head. He's sitting in this limo.
Yeah, it's just like, welcome back. You're
and F. Murray Abraham, Academy Award winner himself, as his voice alone just makes you want to slap him. But I like the series. Like I said, overall, episode 6, overall up there with Loki.
Okay, Eddie, you got any final thoughts on Moon Knight?
Well, you already know I'm always respectful when it comes to Marvel content, but the MCU is alive and well. Layla getting a suit is so woke. I can't be a woman as being a superhero in this time and age.
All right, thank you for being here, Eddie.
Took you that long to get to doing that to him?
I know. I always look, man. It's hard because I think episode 1, 5, and 6 are great, but then in between, I had some criticisms of this show. In my opinion, overall, if it's a letter grade, it's probably like a B, man, like B plus maybe. I'm not seeing what everyone else is seeing. I don't know what it is. It's just that maybe my expectations were so different from everyone else, especially hearing stuff like this is going to be Disney Plus's Daredevil or this and that. Maybe that ruined my mindset to what really was going to happen. But look, like I said, the finale was the visuals, everything, the action was great. I like Hero as a villain, and Ahmed was cool to see. But it's just, I don't know. I don't consider this the best Disney Plus series in my opinion. But I can't wait for season 2. And look, the actual post credit scene that got me hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see how that follows through with a second season. But overall, look, I had a good time, but it's nothing special.
Okay, Caden, you got any final thoughts?
I agree with William. I like think it's up there with Loki, and I think episode 5 was honestly probably like one of the best episodes out of all these Disney Plus series. And it, because of the dialogue and because of the conversation that it had in that episode. And I liked episode 6 as well. As you know, I've been saying, I think my standout moment right now is, of course, Layla getting that suit for me right now, and then the Jake Lockley thing. So
Yeah.
those are like
Yeah,
my
I
two.
need to see more of her
standout.
and other stuff. I don't care what it is.
Yeah,
Well, and the
yeah,
great well, it's really funny too. She's an original character. She's not even in the comics.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Made up for the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if you click on all the descriptions of the characters, she's one of them that they created, which I'm okay with. Sometimes you have to create things to put things together, and
You-
she's kind of an amalgam of several different
You have
characters that they
Layla?
made her work. So, but I that's like I said, that's where I always say let the storyteller tell the story. People are always that's not in the comics. I'm like, I'm not reading a comic. It's based on a comic, but I'm watching a show now, and showrunners have to run shows. Showrunners don't run comics. So I was okay with Layla. Especially, like I said, that actress was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Oh
me,
wait, there's more to the Dave Chappelle thing, but you can continue to.
yeah, we'll talk about it probably somewhere else, but let me know in the backstage what the update is. But yeah, my final thoughts on the show. I really enjoyed it. I think from an acting perspective, this is some of the best acting in the entire MCU. Some of the best acting I've seen on TV. I think Oscar Isaac was phenomenal.
That's an Emmy. That's an Emmy award winning, at least nominated.
At least nominated. I'd be
At least
shocked if it
nominated.
wasn't nominated. But the thing is, like, this show was elevated by the acting. I think it was a little slow to get started, but I loved the rich mythology. I loved again the mystery, the way things were depicted. I really came to enjoy Mark and Steven. I thought that character, the way they introduced those characters, was absolutely fantastic. I loved Ethan Hawke as the villain. I thought Arthur Harrow was really cool. I liked the stuff with like the Egyptian mythology. I thought that was really well explored. I wish the finale didn't feel so rushed. I loved episode 5. I just wish it would have set up the finale better than it did, or they would have had an extra episode in there to kind of space things out a little more. But is what it is. But I really enjoyed the show. I don't know if it's my favorite yet, though. I think I still might have liked and preferred Loki overall, but this is at least in the top. It's at least in the top 3. Like like this. Like
it's going to take some sitting down and analyzing. Like I said, I just finished watching it, so I'm kind of a prisoner of the moment. That my mind could change in 24 hours after I absorb all.
And
of
you
it.
know what? Who knows? Maybe next month when Miss Marvel comes out, we'll all be saying it's the best of them all. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I doubt that, but you never know. But yeah, overall, I really like the show, and I hope you guys did too. And I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little special watch party and discussion review of the show and the episode. Thank you to William, Caden, and Eddie for coming on. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up from here. This is RJ signing out. Peace the heck out.